See what it makes of La Rochelle. Très joyeux anniversaire. Of course, it's birthday. It's not anniversary, is it? Oh my word. It's a good job I had my breakfast, is all I can say. It's like glass before. I thought they were cufflinks, but they're not. They're rings, the great square thing. That's a grand house, looking a bit shabby now. Apparently these arcades are as well thought of as the Palisades in Chester or some sort.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Those coloured bits.
Yeah.
These look positively ecclesiastical here. Here's Café de la Paix. We're having his hair washed. Oh my goodness, look at this. That looks worth having a better look at later on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of artwork over there, look. Oh, well, you can see it from here. Travel with a smile. Like presumably the German parent company.
Yes, rather than out.
I mean, some of these side streets are amazing, aren't they?
Yes. These Palisades are really nice because if it's bad weather, you're sheltered.
Yes.
And you're not necessarily out in the sun if it's too hot.
I think that was the original idea, that it kept the oh, okay. That could look so.
It looks a bit.
It's a bit ratty, isn't it? But it could look really nice.
It could be, but really lovely. But even these are overgrown. Nice touch, would be.
Goodness me. Oh. Closed on Mondays.
Thursday, isn't it? 10 o'clock to 12:30.
Don't know. Nobody seems to be in, do they?
I don't know whether it's part of the
Could be part of that museum. Oh. Well, there's a gate down here.
Yeah, right. Nice square there.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. Let's carry on down here. This is Rue de Cloutier, something like that.
Yes, I think that is Cloutier, isn't it?
Yeah, go down here then. Oh, crumbs. Well, I'm seeing the
Seen a lot of it.
certainly see a lot of Rochelle by the scenic route. Aren't we just?
And this is the route for everybody, so.
I'm not saying it isn't. What I'm saying is it's.
Yeah. That's Cloutier,
Yeah.
so
Des
it's
Femmes,
right.
is it?
It's down.
Rue des Bonnes Femmes, yeah, down here. Craft shop there with knitting supplies and stuff in here, look. Looks with cottons here. Cafe Molière. Whoa. Crikey. Yeah, that's the current Cafe Molière, that's the old one over there. It's got so many cheeses, because it just emphasises how independent the different parts of the country were. Some of these I've never even heard of, never mind anything else. I mean, when you think you've got all of this lot, and then you look at the Derby Market Hall, and it makes you weep, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bon ben on continuera alors. À bientôt. Merci, au revoir.
It does, it absolutely makes you weep when you see this. The trouble is nobody would buy it. If you put a market on like this, most Brits would go down the supermarket. But the trouble is it's not that expensive, you know, sort of homemade quiches and things, anything from, you know, a couple of euros upwards for an individual quiche. Well, yeah, it's like that cake and coffee yesterday costing us less than €8.
oui, on a ça.
Boudin noir. Some black wood there, mate. Boudin noir.
Voilà, c'est bien. C'est déjà pas mal. C'est bien.
I've never actually seen gravlax, which is a cured salmon. It's not smoked like we tend to do it.
Yeah.
It's another way of doing it. It's salt and herbs and goodness knows what
Yeah,
else.
that's a load of herbs on top.
And it's basically dried out, and it's a very different thing, but it's
Yeah.
another way of preserving it, you know.
Yeah.
I never thought we were going to see weather like this. Well, it depends what it's going to be like when we get back to Southampton. That's a different issue.
Could be. Been nice there as well.
Yes, but it's 2 days, and you know what the weather can do in 2
By the time we
days.
get back,
It could be absolutely foul, yeah.
And we've got nice little children's cabins, not grown up.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what?
What,
They are
I
children.
mean, what we're talking about though is going back 150 years when there were no such thing as children. Yeah, they were miniature adults.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you rather your child to, you know, whatever.
And that's it, you know.
And they started working.
Oh, there's that photo of my granddad with his dad by the horses and the other two young lads, not quite an apprentice, but you know, sort of lads that are going to learn to work on the farm,
Yeah.
and they all look like they're 20 years older than they probably are,
Yeah.
because there's my great granddad. My granddad looks exactly the same. You know, sleeves rolled up. He's still got his waistcoat on, though.
Yeah. Well, it was the 1960s before it
Oh yeah,
really changed, wasn't it?
yes.
Mary
Well,
Quant
it
and
was
so on.
the first time that teenagers really had their own money. I mean, I've seen that sort of thing before, but I can't help thinking that, you know, you see those desk toys and they rock and
Yeah.
that's all they do. And after, you know, I've got, oh, I know, there's all sorts of things, but, you know, those little toy things. You know, I've got one upstairs. Somebody got me 80 years and years and years ago. It's upstairs on number 4 bedroom windowsill.
Yeah.
And, you know, yes, it still works. It's fine, but never seen hammocks for sale at home. I think we turn right down that one.
Cartoonist, the town called. You've seen the statue right up there.
What, the one that's painted?
Yeah.
Goodness me, look at this.
That.
It's this thing, yeah. But, I'm glad it tells you what it's all about, because I wouldn't have any idea.
It just looks like a complicated.
Yeah, absolutely it does. Yeah, you can see what shop I was taking. It's a canal lock, isn't it? Of some sort.
Yeah.
Well, it was once upon a time. Well, isn't this nice?
Yeah.
Nicely kept without being over-kept, if you know what I mean. It's not like the Grosvenor Lodgings at Rouen.
No.
Massive, great big thing. Well, that's one of them going back. Ruthie?
Yeah.
Presume it's about time. Well, yeah, they're waiting now, look. After we got back to the ship, we had a little bit of time before we needed to get ready for guard night. So we went upstairs to the Wintergarden, somewhere that we'd only really come to realise what a lovely space it was relatively recently. It just so happened that we saw a familiar face. It was one of the waiters who'd looked after us when we were going into the chart room back in August 2025 on our Adriatic Mediterranean cruise from Trieste to Barcelona. And he was a lovely chap, and he got to know us very well. We could go in there, and he pretty much got an idea after the first week of the kind of drinks we were after. And I saw him, I said to Ruth, I think that's one of those guys from the showroom. He looked across and his face lit up and he came across. So from August 25 to April 26, he walked over and he said, "Hello, would you like a cappuccino and a latte?" So he'd actually remembered the kind of coffees we used to have as a rule after all that time. So we had a good laugh, and I said, actually, no, we're going to have a cocktail this time. And I had my very first made from scratch Mai Tai. I enjoyed the ones on Morella, but they're pre-mixed, and this was very, very nice, as you can see, beautifully presented. And Ruth had her first mocktail, proper mocktail. And this was one called a pineapple-ish. Again, incredibly presented. And she thoroughly enjoyed it. I might even persuade her to have another one of those. After we had another great dinner in the Britannia Club restaurant, we went to the Queen's room to watch the ballroom dancing. There were a lot of dancers and a lot of people crowded in there because there was going to be a demonstration dance from the professionals. I love to take photos and videos of those guys performing, whoever it is, but unfortunately there were so many people around, it was mayhem, so we just had to enjoy as much as we could see and leave it at that. But we didn't fancy the performance in the theatre that night, so we decided instead we'd just go back up to the cabin for a little while, come back down to the chart room and grab ourselves a hot chocolate. And while we were there, who should come along but Kathy Wilcox, someone we know very well through social media, and we sat and had a lovely long chat with Kathy. Now, we'd noticed that there seemed to be fewer people serving in the chart room on this cruise rather than the one, 8 months or so beforehand. And Kathy had been talking to people on staff on the ship, and apparently Carnival had put something like a 15% reduction in the crew numbers relatively recently, and that was obviously impacted on the level of service. There was nothing wrong with the staff; they were doing the level best, but you can't take out 15% of people and keep the same level of service. It just doesn't work. Next day was the last sea days. We made our way back up towards Southampton. Had a great breakfast as usual. Again, always in the Britannia Club restaurant. It was really, really nice to sit there and get looked after. But at home, I very often have fruit with my porridge. And I asked for dried fruit, thinking I'd get a few raisins or sultanas, something like that. No, this is what I got instead. During the day, being a sea day, Cunard put plenty of stuff on, whether it's quizzes and games and the like, but we do like their talks. And we went to see the Cunard Insight that was presented by a guy we'd seen before called Harry Venning, who's a cartoonist. He's a very skillful cartoonist. And I love the way that he just demonstrates how little a good cartoonist needs to put on paper to get across exactly what he's doing. You don't need lots of shading or anything like that. There are a few pointers, if you will, things that everybody has come to recognise as meaning certain things that you can use as kind of shorthand. And so we've seen Harry before, and he's very, very good and was well worth seeing again this time. In the afternoon, I went to the final group get-together with Paul and Carl and the rest, whereas Ruth went to see a production in the theatre by the Showcast. It wasn't the usual thing. It was a West End production that had been transferred to the ship called Come From Away, which was about COVID and aircraft passengers trapped at an airport in the middle of nowhere, and how the locals came together to look after them, which Ruth enjoyed. Didn't particularly appeal to me, but as they always say, wouldn't it be a shame if we were all the same? So again, we had a great meal, last great meal with Anne and Mark Milgren and Stephen Clare Beer, and we were able to round off the whole cruise, the group cruise experience, another great one, and it just showed how great the community is that Paul and Carol have generated around their brand. It doesn't matter if you're quite introvert, which Ruth and I are, or very extrovert, like even Paul and Carol are. You can all fit in together. There's a niche for you somewhere. Oh, one thing I should mention is that I love to play crib. I was taught to play crib or cribbage to its proper name by my grandfather. I haven't played for a long time, but I know Paul's a real enthusiast, and Carol can play as well. We were looking for a fourth, and one of the American ladies, Carrie, decided she agreed that she was going to come and play, so it was boys against girls. I brought my brand spanking new travelling crib set, and we had one hand, and unfortunately I've got to say that the luck was with the ladies, and Paul and I were soundly beaten, but never mind. We're already planning a return match and hope it'll go in our favour. So that was the end of another great cruise, and I hope you've enjoyed coming along with us on our adventures, and that we will see you soon on the next one.